Olá, tudo bem com você? O vídeo de hoje é muito especial. O vídeo de hoje eu vou ler o primeiro capítulo do The Forsaken and the Alpha com vocês. Vou gastar todo o meu whisky aqui, toda a minha pronúncia, para tentar ler com vocês. Pra quem me acompanha há mais tempo aqui sabe que eu gosto muito de escrever. Eu escrevia e postava no Ink de alguns livros. Inclusive eu sempre lia os primeiros capítulos aqui com vocês em um vídeo. E eu li A Renegada e o Alfa aqui. E quando você tem um livro que ele performa muito bem no Ink, o Ink é da mesma plataforma do Galatea, que é uma editora de e-books internacional. A Galatea entrou em contato comigo para oferecer a publicação do The Forsaken and the Alpha no Galatea. E ele foi finalmente publicado. Eu até vou mostrar pra vocês. Eu vou colocar aqui o aplicativo, tá? E vai ter aqui no box de descrição o link pro meu livro no aplicativo. O link, daí você vai automaticamente, quando vai, ele já abre o aplicativo se não tiver baixado. E vocês têm código de desconto, que é o Harmel 20, pra fazer a inscrição anual. Porque ele é um aplicativo onde você pode pagar para ler os livros ou comentar, escrever review e tudo mais, e assistir vídeos, e você consegue ganhando pontos para ler. Não tem problema eu estar lendo o primeiro capítulo, porque ele é o que é gratuito no aplicativo, e no Linked também tem até o 5º gratuito ainda. Quando você abre o aplicativo, ele tá aqui no New Releases. Essa capa aí eu vou mostrar pra vocês no vídeo. E eu vou ler aqui o capítulo 1 em inglês. E eu vou ler também em português com uma tradução simultânea, pra quem tiver interesse. Mas vamos lá. It's been 7 years since I ran away from my pack. Ran away from my family, my friends, and my home. 7 years since fugitives from Plana Mortis ripped off my fiance's truth before heading him in front of me. 7 years since they slashed through my belly and used my leg as a chew toy, leaving me for death. They say a shifter can't survive after their mate dies. I watched the love of my life bleed in front of me, but I lived. No one can explain why. Sometimes I don't think I deserve this luck. I recover from my physical injuries, but not the emotional ones. I couldn't stay there anymore with the pack. Everything reminded me of Joseph and what was supposed to be our future together. We are training to take over my parents' halls with as back betas, but nothing was the same after the attack. Instead, I finished college and got a job on the city, leave my shifter life behind. I met Raphael 2 years ago. He's great for a moment, but will never be my mate. And besides, he's just a human. Tonight we met up with Bethany, my best friend, and her new boyfriend. Well, her new flame. Apparently he's a big shot in the business world. They met last week when she showed up for a meeting with her boss. When Bethany sees someone she wants, she moves quick. So the announcement that she was seeing someone new didn't surprise me. Bethany is beautiful, tall and thin, with black hair and green eyes, and men jump at the chance to ask her out. We couldn't be more different. It's funny to see the two of us next to each other. I'm shorter, the top of my head barely reaches her shoulder, and curvy, with blonde hair and blue eyes. Raphael and I arrived at the bar, and I saw that Bethany sitting alone in a high table. As we made our way towards her. A powerful aroma broke through the physical bar smells of yeast and greasy food. It was some sort of pine, wood, with a hint of leather. It was masculine and strong, and almost too strong. Was that smell? When did they decide to pump air fresh air into this place? I asked it, and I sat next to her, holding my nose. What are you talking about, Alice? It smells normal. Beer and cheap perfume. Bethany said, laughing. Brad is on his way back to getting us some drinks. She pointed behind me, and when I turned around, I understand the smell. Brad was a wolf. My heart stopped before rapidly accelerating as he approached the table. He was tall, taller than Raphael, and strong, very strong. His broad shoulders and large biceps flexed under the sleeves of his black shirt. He looked older than us, but his hair hadn't turned gray yet. It was a dark blonde and shone under the dim lights of the bar. His jaw was sharp and square, covered in a short beard, and his blue eyes were looking at me, narrow and intense. For a moment I imagined his body without clothes, and my breathing sped up. He moved through the bar, two drinks in his hands, and his ocean blue eyes locked on me. I was breathless. I haven't seen or felt a wolf since I left the pack. Suddenly, Brad was in front of me, staring at me, until Bethany's high-pitched voice broke through. Brad, this is my friend Alice that I told you about. Brad didn't break eye contact. He looked at me so deeply, that I felt he was reading my soul. Do you already know each other? Bethany asked, confused. No, we don't. Nice to meet you, Alice, Brad said, extending his hands toward me. His hand was huge, and my thin fingers felt like a child's as I reached out to shake his hand. Our skin touched, and it was like fireworks exploding inside me, sending signals straight between my legs. I was breathless, and I didn't understand what was happening, but my panties were instantly wet, so wet that I felt my slickness dripping between my thighs. I looked disconcertingly at Brett, trying to figure out what I was having this reaction to him. He swallowed hard, and his nostrils fluttered as he noisily sucked in the in air. He leaned against the table, staring back at me, before moving to greet Raphael. Bethany took a sip of the drink Brad placed it in front of her, smiling at me as the man shook hands. Honey, I'm going to get us something. Want a margarita? Raphael asked, slyly rubbing my shoulder. I couldn't concentrate on anything properly. I need to go to the bathroom to at least clean my legs. Sure, honey. That would be great. I would just go to the bathroom while you get it. Raphael entered the bar, and I went to the bathroom, leaving my friend with the wolf. I couldn't believe this was happening. To my delight, the bathroom was empty. My hands grabbed the side of the sink, and I tried to compose myself. I looked in the mirror, shocked to see my eyes shining bright. My wolf was in the surface. I took a deep breath, trying to calm her down. I kept her hidden for 7 years. I couldn't afford to let her out now. The sound of the bathroom door opening made me gasp. I cursed my loss of privacy and turned to enter a stall when I heard the door lock. watching his breath appear behind me. His gaze met mine as he said, "Control your wolf." He said it like a damn order. It made me boil inside. Who are you to give me orders? I will get her under control, I replied, growing, even as I realized he was getting closer to the surface. "That's not what it looks like," he said, sniffing the air. "What the hell is going on? What did you do?" he asked. "What did I do? I didn't do anything. It must be..." I lowered my head, breaking eye contact with him. It was hard, harder than I should be. "I haven't seen a wolf since I left my pack. That was 7 years ago. I could smell you when I walked into the bar. When I touched you, my wolf must have broken up. I don't know. I'm sorry. It won't happen again." I look up, my eyes meeting his again. "This will not happen again," I repeated, trying to will my wolf down. "You haven't seen a wolf in 7 years. His eyes was widening in surprise. "No," I replied, lowering my gaze once again. I couldn't continue to look at him. His stare was making it difficult for me to control my wolf. "Why did you leave?" he asked, his voice laced with confusion. "I had my reasons," I responded quickly, not wanting to talk about it. Most wolves never left their pack. It was hard for us in the human world. "So we work with humans and have a human boyfriend," Brad chuckled. He took a step forward. "You haven't been touched by a wolf in 7 years. He moved closer. The smell of him grew stronger, and when he touched my arms, fireworks sparkled through my body again. I was so turned on, so wet, I almost fell dripping. "You need to sort this out." I gathered all the strength in my being and tried my best to concentrate on my words. "I have a boyfriend. Who do you think you are to tell me what I need to do?" He turned at me to face him. I looked up, but it was so close. My heart raced and I struggled to breathe. I was losing control, and he knew it. Brad's hands gripped my shoulders as he looked deep into my eyes. "I see," he said, but I didn't know what he saw when he looked at me. Before I could say anything, he kneeled down in front of me. I was frozen in shock, staring at this imposing man in front of me. Just here. Até aqui. Esse foi o livro em inglês. E eu vou gravar o mesmo capítulo agora em português para quem tiver curiosidade para ouvir a tradução. Eu vou postar depois, na semana que vem. Espero muito que tenham gostado do vídeo. Um super beijo